Welcome back to NORAB Outdoors. So we're out in the woods today, going to set up a little camp. I think we're going to do a stealth tarp tonight. It's been raining the last couple of days, and I think the rain is done, but tonight it's supposed to get down around 29 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty chilly. My sleeping bag's rated for 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so I should be pretty good. But I am going to have to gather some firewood and get set up. I got out here late, so I've got about, let's see, I got about 2.5 hours before the sun goes down. So I'm going to have to get my shelter set up and gather some firewood. So I'm looking forward to that. There was, coming in, there was at the bottom of the trail where I come in, it was just flooded. It was about shin deep, and I kind of figured it was going to be like that, so I wore my muck boots. And then the creek was, when I crossed the creek, it was pretty flooded. So, but it isn't too bad. So I'm using my my military rucksack, my Alice pack from the old Army days, and it rides really well on the A-frame. So, but I'm going to get around and set up my shelter, and then gather some firewood and hopefully have a good steak tonight. So again, thank you for clicking on the video and joining me on this adventure. So let's go. I don't know if you recognize this place, but this is my my winter camp that I've been working on. So got my bed set up. I'm actually going to set up over here, and I just need to clear it out. So because I plan on working on this tomorrow. So get to it. Alright, so what I'm looking at here is I'm wanting this to be about waist high. So I'm going to bring this around here, about waist high, and then I'm going to put the stick right through it here. We're going to cinch it down. And as I cinch this down here, that stick will hold it tight, and now I can go to the other side. It's about waist high. So what I'm going to do here on this one is I'm going to do what's called a taut line hitch, which will give me the ability to it's about waist high right there. So the way I tie this, so I'm going to bring this around again about waist high, and then I'm going to cross over here. I'm going to cross over here, and what a taut line hitch is once I cross over here, I want to go one, bring it around once on the inside, twice on the inside, like that. Then I want to come once on the outside. So I did two on the inside, once on the outside. So what that does is that gives me a knot that I can see. I can loosen it up like that, or I can pull it tight. and I want this to be tight. All right, now I've got a couple of pressing knots. So I went through the middle here on my tarp, so I'm going to come out here to this one, and right here on this I got this pressing knot here. So I'm going to bring this through this loop, back through this loop, and I'm going to put a stick there. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me the ability to tighten this up without that falling out. I got another stick, whoops, for this one. I'm going to come over here. I got this other one. It's going to come through here. Oh, get a little bit more. I need to make this a little bit bigger when I get time. Maybe next time I go out. Alright, so I'm going to put my stick through there, and I'm going to pull it tight. So as you can see here, I got this tight, and I got this one tight. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten down the back side. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this tie out point here, right in the middle of my tarp. This is right in the middle of my tarp. And I'm going to pull it taut. I'm going to put my stake in there. I'm going to come back over here, come to the next one over, ouch, oh, little splinter stickers, that hurts. I'm going to come to the next one over. I'm going to pull it tight and push it in right there. So then over to this side. And get this side here. I'm going to pull it tight. And now this direction I'm pulling it tight here, and I'm pulling it tight here. All right, so, and now from here, I'm going to bring this one, and it's going to come in this way just a little bit, and tie it down. I'm going to come over here to this one, and I'm going to stake it down right here. Now that gives me a good little shelter with a ground sheet here. kind of rotting right through here. So what we do is, instead of trying to, right here, instead of trying to turn your axe, bend the wood. So you're just going up and down with the axe. So you know, you don't want to take a chance on, you know, slipping off and hitting yourself. Whoops. Now on this end, I'm just going to chamfer the end here, so that when I'm banging it in the ground, it doesn't mushroom. And so as well, when I make my own steaks, it's chamfered so that it doesn't. See that right there? See how that is? And point the end. Oops. Too high. All right, now I got my fire reflector built, I've got to go out and get some more firewood. I don't have near enough. "45 minutes of light, so I've got to hurry." All right, so I gathered quite a bit of wood. Now all I gotta do is buck it up and get it ready and take it off before I start sweating. So I'm gonna buck this wood up and get ready for a fire. All right, so I think I got enough cut up for right now. I can always do, you know, cut up some more later. Now I need to split some. So since everything out here is soaked with it raining the last 2 days the way it has, so I need to split some wood. All right, so we're ready to start the fire. Got some wood chips here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I think she's going to catch. Oops. A little warm there around the fire. Kind of hurts the fingers when you get it in there. Alright, so I think we got the fire going pretty good. I'm going to kind of let that mature a little bit, and I'm going to cut up some more of this firewood, get ready for tonight. Got a lot of work to do. The sun is just now going behind the trees over there, so it's going to get dark here pretty quick. But the fire's going. Got the fire reflector up. So yeah, we're doing good. Now all we got to do is cook us a little steak tonight. So, but yeah, a lot of wood to cut. Up. Alright, so I brought my chair out here tonight, which is a really cool chair. I only had one issue. It's really light. It's under 2 pounds. But I only had one issue with this chair, and that was that the legs were so small that if the ground was wet at all, and I'd sit in it, it would just sink. So what I did is I printed out these little legs on my 3D printer to kind of give it more volume, so it won't stick down in there. So I want to try that out, see how these work. So hopefully they work a lot better than the little bitty tiny legs. There we go. So, let me get one of these on that leg there. I think it's going to work well. At least I hope so. We're going to find out here in about 30 seconds. All right. So, there we go. These other two on. All right. Oh, there we go. awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at some others that were about kind of like that, but they were really heavy rubber. I mean, they were heavy, and it just wouldn't work for me. So printing them out on my 3D printer, I was able to get them really light, so, and yet strong. So, well, it's about ready to start. It's about time to start getting dinner ready. So I'm going to start preparing that, and I'll show you that when I get started. Wet wipes. Don't leave home without them. Sure makes it a lot easier cleaning up. I don't have to run down to the creek or anything to wash my hands. Maybe I should, as dirty as they are. But between this and that, my hand sanitizer ought to work. Be okay. All right. These are also invaluable when you have to go, you know, take care of business out in the woods. These are really good. All right, so tonight I'm going to cut up a potato. I'm going to use about half of this, and then I've got mushrooms and a red pepper that we're going to cut up, and we're going to fry these up. And then we're going to, I got a top sirloin that we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and get that seasoned and ready to go. So the fire's still maturing, so we're kind of wait for that to happen. Need to get a lot more coals, but I'm going to go ahead and prepare these vegetables. So here's my steak for tonight. So good top sirloin. So I'm going to season it. All right, go ahead and season this. Ah, smoky eye again. Whew. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh well. My flashlight fell out of my pocket and made me spill all my stuff almost. We got a little bit left, but still. I hate when that stuff like that happens. Just a total accident. Like, it's like my flashlight falling out of my pocket and knocking my stuff out. Stuff like that just makes you go, It ain't too bad. Could be a lot worse. All right. So this ain't no lightweight backpacking trip. I brought the big pan today. Ooh, I'm gonna start with the pepper. So I was going to try to get out here earlier today. But I volunteered for our church, and this weekend one of the people who had volunteered was not going to be able to make it, so I covered for him, and but I didn't get to come out here on Saturday like I wanted to, so here we are on Sunday, and it's just one of those things. Doesn't bother me, you know. I'm just happy that I was in a position to to help. So, oh, these are going to be good. They smell good. Alright. So, it's not a good sign. I hear a dog barking. About a mile that way over there is a house, and I think they have, that's where that dog's going to town right now. Get me some mushrooms here. I'm going to save some for in the morning. I'm going to have eggs and bacon in the morning, and then I'm going to make me some potatoes. I'm going to use half that potato tonight. I'll make me some potatoes and some mushrooms. So potatoes, mushrooms, eggs, bacon. Sounds good. Get these potatoes cut up. I'll get these things to frying. I started cooking really young in life. When I was 14 years old, way back in the day, I got a job at Western Sizzling Steakhouse and washing dishes, and I think I was making, the minimum wage at that time was $3.35 an hour. So how you like that, kids? $3.35 an hour. And after about 6 months doing that, I got to watching the cooks, and I learned the cuts of meat, you know, and what the numbers were, and just basically wore my manager out. Hey, let me cook, let me cook. Finally, he gave me a chance, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I got in there and I cooked for the rest of my, you know, high school years, and then I went into the military, but I loved it. And just by the touch, by the feel of the meat, whether, you know, whether it's medium or medium rare or well done, you know, just by touching it, the feel of the meat. So I don't know if I could do that anymore, because I don't do it every day on a daily basis like I did back then. All right, so doesn't that look good? Got our peppers over here, got our mushrooms, potatoes. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Onions. I didn't bring any. So, oops. Get this on the fire so we can get those cooking, get those fried up. So I'm really surprised at how well this camera's keeping light. You know, because it's really super dark, and that makes it look really cool. So I'm down my Canon this trip. My Canon pooped out on me, so that's not good. So I'll try to get that replaced soon, because I know the audio on this one isn't nearly as good. And in fact, this one has audio problems. You know, I don't even know if you're hearing me right now, because sometimes it just drops out. And I do have my GoPro with me, but it needs a battery charge, so I'm going to put that on the charger here in just a minute. So it's looking good, looking good. So my food is still cooking, but it is really, the temperature's really starting to drop. I can feel it. I can feel it starting to drop. And my light just went bonkers on me. So, but anyway, about ready to eat. So I think I'm going to have to maybe put another layer on. Because since that sun went down, it's probably dropped 10, maybe 15 degrees. Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go. And it's looking good. Oh, you can't see it with my headlamp on. So I'll show it to you later. But these look really good. My steak finally got done, and looks really, really good. Really good. Vegetables here, mushrooms and peppers and potatoes. Steak. Wasn't quite as hot as I wanted it to be, and so it took it longer for my steak to actually cook, which was a good thing. Sorry for blinding you. All right. Here's my food. So I'm going to finish eating, and then I'm going to build my fire back up because it's just kind of coals and smoking right now. And so I'm going to build my fire back up, and then I'm probably get in the shelter because it's getting really cold, and maybe read a book. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, because it's only like 7 o'clock. So it's got super cold. It's down around 30 degrees right now. So I'm going to climb in the sleeping bag. I've got the fire up and running. So I'm gonna climb in the sleeping bag and try to go to sleep. So anyway, had a great dinner tonight, and gonna have a good breakfast in the morning. So I'll see you then. Bye. Well, good morning. Whew. Got cold last night. But it wasn't too bad. The only thing that really kind of got cold was my feet. Had to get up one time during the night and go pee. It was cold, so then I had to come back and warm up my sleeping bag again. But my sleeping bag did its job, so that was good. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't 80 degrees in my sleeping bag or anything, but it did its job. I mean, I survived. I was comfortable. So I'm gonna get up and put some coffee on, and gotta rebuild the fire. The fire's dead. There's nothing left of it. So I'm gonna start a fire, cook, warm up, fix some coffee, and then bacon and eggs. So I'll get back with you later. Here there's a layer of frost on pretty much on everything this morning. So, all out through there, on the leaves out there. Little chilly. Coffee's done, or actually the water for it is. Let me put on my other glove. Oh yeah, it's done. It's done. Great field coffee. I'm trying to keep the smoke out of my eyes.
Not bad. Pretty good coffee. Fire feels pretty good this morning. Over there close. I warmed up enough water for 2 cups of coffee, so keep this over here close to the fire, keep it warm. So this has really been a good camp. And in fact, the top of my head's wet. I got in the shelter a while ago to get something, and scraped the top of my head on the tarp, and now it's wet. But it's been a good camp. A lot of birds out this morning. I heard a couple of deer come close to the camp last night, and I wasn't really for sure what it was. I went out this morning and saw the tracks. So there's a lot of I've seen a lot of deer out here, and heard a couple of buck snorts this morning. So they were pretty close, but it's just, other than the sound of the road about 2 miles away, I can still kind of hear when like big trucks go by. It's really quiet, peaceful. I like getting out like this and just, it's just peaceful. I wish my dad was with me. Over Thanksgiving, me and my dad, we built a fire, campfire, just sat around it and visited for about half a day. Just kept feeding the fire. So Dad's probably the best man I know. Can't wait to see some snow here in North Texas. It happens very rare. So, speaking of sounds of civilization, there's my plane. Last night about 11 o'clock, there's a whole bunch of helicopters came flying over. It's probably 6 or 7 of them. I don't know where they were headed, but they were headed that way. I don't know where they were going, but they were getting there. So I don't know if I'm going to do much this morning. It's kind of, I had if I was able to come out on Friday, I had some, a lot of stuff planned, but this is just more of a coming out in a camp and enjoy nature, enjoy getting cold and then warming up by the fire. If you haven't ever done that, you ought to try it. So it's about time for my second cup of coffee. There's that plane again. I guess it's flying in circles. But anyway, I do appreciate you watching this video. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. So it's growing. It's you know, I'm not out to just grow a big channel. I'm out to share my experiences, and hopefully maybe some of you guys can enjoy my experiences. But it's that must be a student pilot, because there is a school over here, because it looks like they're flying figure eights. So I'm a pilot, so I went to flight school and looks familiar. But anyway, I'm going to sit here, warm this fire up. I mean, get warmed by the fire, and get breakfast on here shortly. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of enjoy nature. So thanks for coming along with me. All right, so I got the pan on heating up. So I get in my food bag here. My eggs. Here's my bacon. I think my bacon's froze. Oh, it ain't too bad. No, it's not bad. Looks like my egg's busting. Oh. Looks like my egg's busted. Well, that ain't good. My eggs. Got some bacon and fried eggs this morning. Alright. I think I got one egg that's not cracked. But it's hard. I got this egg here. Alright. And this egg. Oops. Can't have the shell in there. Oh. That's how you cook bacon and eggs in the field. That looks good. Bacon and eggs. All right. That's really good. Really good. Still a little warm. Yeah. So, I know you probably don't want to sit here and watch me eat, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up my breakfast, and I'll get back with you. Get everything packed up, the fire out, so gonna head out. Got something to take care of at work, so I'm gonna have to head on out, but I'll be out here soon. And if you stay with me this far, I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like it, and click that bell icon if you'd like to see more of this type of content. But anyway, thanks for going on this adventure with me. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.